Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We've got the wonderful casting director, Zora DeHorter, with us today. She's very busy because she's casting right now. So we did promise that we would go through all the self-tapes that were submitted. So the first one we're going to look at, which is going to be Bobby Lee Jr., and then you're going to tell us what you think of his self-tape.
Okay.
I want to sit in a suit, like with crisp sounding shoes, click and clack, all black. All shiny fresh from polish and going right up to the very head of the room. The top of the ladder, right? Instead of just hanging down in the bottom where the sound of my voice just blends into gray noise. That everyone's trying to turn down. So it just gets louder and louder in resistance, but no one wants to hear it. No one wants to hear it. Not the white world, right? The world of downtown negotiations and high rises. Even not the world of intellectual discourse that dust the halls of learning with sharp T's and K's. No, I want to figure out the sound. I want to figure out, I want to drink it. I want to live it up like it's my favorite liquor, like a good brandy, right? Not whiskey, no way. It's a rhythm thing. It's a rhythm thing. Yeah, that's what it is.
That was it?
That was it. I like that. What did you think?
Can I just say something? What's this person? What's this actor's name?
Bobby Lee Jr.
Bobby Lee, brilliant. You did.
Wow.
Yeah, I really, really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that self-tape on many levels. You were engaged in the sense you really put yourself into it. You used your body. You used your eyes with so much going on. And I loved how you did the different voices for the different things that are going on. And I felt that the subtext was good. It was truthful, natural at the same time, but still full without being over the top. I really enjoyed that self-tape to the point where I was like, why did it stop? I want to see more. So
that's great.
Those are things you want to hear, obviously. You want to hear that kind of feedback.
I thought it was great. I really, really enjoyed that. And by the way, everybody, just check us out on our website, toa.edu, and we'll be posting more stuff about that. Let's look at the next guy, Christopher Petrie.
No, but seriously, good work. Keep it up.
Great work, Bobby. Great work.
People who are lonely, people left alone, sit talking nonsense to the air, imagining beautiful systems dying, old fixed orders spiraling apart. When you look at the ozone layer from outside, from a spaceship, it looks like a pale blue halo, a gentle shimmering aureole encircling the atmosphere, encircling the earth. 30 miles above our heads, a thin layer of 3-atom oxygen molecules, product of photosynthesis, which explains the fussy vegetable preference for visible light, its rejection of darker rays and emanations, danger from without. It's a kind of gift from God, the crowning touch to the creation of the world. Guardian angels, hands linked, create a spherical net, a blue-green nesting orb, a shell of safety for life itself. But everywhere, things are collapsing. lies surfacing. Systems of defense giving way. This is why, Joe. This is why I shouldn't be left alone. I'd like to go traveling. Leave you behind to worry. I'll send postcards with strange stamps and tantalizing messages on the back. Later, maybe. Nevermore.
All right.
Interesting. I love the idea of it. I love the idea of what he's trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not sure if the execution is the right way to have handled it. First of all, I mean, I don't want to be all technical, but unfortunately we have to be technical. There's a certain style, there's a certain look that's expected. The way the framing, you know, horizontal, always do it horizontal. I understand if it's a scene that you're technically lying down or you're, you know, in some kind of naked state, don't show that. Don't show that. Still put a shirt on, still put clothes on. And even if it is like a sick scene or you're not well, still be in a chair, still be up. Because what ended up happening, I hate to say it, is your face got squashed and it just squashed everything. So I couldn't really get a sense of proportion, how your structure is. And I may need a certain look. So the way you framed yourself, it was all hunched and closed off like this. So I couldn't get a sense of where your neck started and ended. I know it sounds technical, but it is a technical business. It's the showing, we have to show. And what you showed me, the acting was pretty good. I actually liked it. But I wish you'd sat up because I think it would have given you more to do. Because the thing that happened with this scene is, yes, you had some lovely moments, but it ended up kind of being a little bit flat at times, a little bit monotone at times. And I hate to say it, when you're lying down in one posture the whole time, it kind of sinks your energy level, which is fine because that obviously the scene required that. But there are moments when it could have popped a little bit, where it could have been elevated. And that never ever happened because you were all squashed up. So I think if you're sitting in a chair, just like in the preview, I mean, I don't want to obviously compare because you obviously don't know the other actor, but the previous actor that we saw, what was his name again?
That was Bobby Lee.
Bobby Lee. See how he sat in the chair, but he leaned forward, he reclined back, he did this. He was able to do that with his body because he was up. When you're squashed like that, it's hard to do anything but just stay like that. And that, I hate to say it, some of the parts felt stuck. And it's a great monologue. I really like this monologue for you. I love what you're doing with it. And I'm not sure if it's a dying scene or if it's a druggy scene. But it would have been nice to mix it up a little bit, because there are moments, even when you're dying or high or whatever it is, where your energy shifts. It does. It just shifts a little bit. Something catches you and you'll say a couple of lines differently. And there are moments in that monologue, in that self-tape, where you could have done some stuff a little bit elevated or changed the rhythm a little bit. So it's not, 2 minutes, or how long was that monologue?
That was 3:35.
Yeah, it felt, I hate to say, but it felt long at times. And I don't mind long monologues as long as there's variations, there's ups and downs, and there's a little bit of unpredictability. I'm not sure what you're going to go with that. Whereas this kind of stayed on the same tone. And you have so much going on. I feel instinctually that you have acting chops. I wish I'd seen more. And I wasn't seeing as much as I kept on hoping, is he going to try that? And it never happened. Oh, is he going to? And then nothing really happened. It stayed at the same tone, which, like I said, was nice, but nice is not enough. You've got to find ways to elevate it, or shorten that. I mean, I would shorten it anyway, but even if you do shorten it, you still have to find ways to make it up and down and give us some different emotional texture with this character, because it's a great character and you're doing a nice job with it. I want to see more, which is a good thing to hear. Those are things you want. Those are good things to hear. So just, try to find ways to elevate it somehow. Find little touches. Find your subtext. The person you're talking about, the person you're talking to, be more specific with what your point of view is. What's your point? Why are you telling the story? So if you have those kind of things in mind, I think it will help you find levels, ups and downs. Almost, I like to do, get a pen and paper and just write almost like a diary, a character breakdown, so you can know where to build this character. Just a thought. Yeah,
I thought some great advice. I thought it was very authentic, but some great notes from you both. All right, so let's bring up the next fellow. It's going to be slightly shorter. Alex Caron. I think I know this guy at TOA. Let's see what he's done. I haven't seen this, but I do know Alex. Great.
Like, if there really is one person out there for everybody, why wouldn't you wait for just the right moment to tell them how you feel? And if the two of you are really meant to be, then you have to believe that moment will come. And I think it has. Tonight. And I know that, like, if I were to tell Amanda all of this in person, it would never come out right. And I'm much better when I can write things down. So this is everything I've been wanting to say to her for the past 4 years. Like, how my heart stops every time I see her. And how her smile ranks up as one of the most beautiful things in the world, And I told her she deserves better than Mike Dexter. I know she does. There's so much more to her than that. I really want her to know it. And hey, it's not like I'm thinking when she reads it, she's going to run off with me to Vegas, but, well, if she just gave me a chance. Just the slightest chance. Then who knows? We might really be happy. It's good, isn't it? I really think she's going to love it. And I think I'm ready for this. It's time. Any words of encouragement?
There we have it.
Yeah. So what's this actor's name again?
Alex Caron.
Alex. First of all, this is a really, really cute monologue. I really like it for you. It suits your demeanor. I don't know you, but just the essence of what this character's about. He's innocent. He's pure. He's tender. He has empathy. It seems like, and those are all lovely. Those are the kind of energies we all want to be around. So I really love this character choice. The one thing I would say is, are you seeing her? I mean, this person you're talking about that you really love, that you want to give this letter to. I'm just worried I'm not really seeing her in the sense of what's your subtext? Is there someone in your real life that you love, want to love, you have loved? You need to see them. So when you close your eyes and you start thinking of this character, really see that person you're talking about. Because to be honest with you, I'm not seeing enough. You're saying all these things all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, but I need to see some truth and vulnerability that we all feel when you're going to finally reveal to someone that you love them. And I'm not quite seeing that quality I'm missing from this character. So maybe think about who you really have in your own personal life, because it's all about acting, basically, in my opinion. It's all about subtext, substitution, all those kind of things, because it's make-believe. So in order to make it real, you have to believe it as well, so we can believe it. So really think about who you're talking to in real life, so that way it seems more three-dimensional. But it's an adorable monologue. I really like it for you. So just try and flush out those moments.
Great advice. All right, let's bring up Jennifer Castillo.
Hello, my name is Jennifer, I'm 22 and I'm currently looking for representation. My mother said to me the other day, she was like, Ashley, if you don't start doing exercise, then you could end up becoming fat thin. And I said, Jesus, Mary and Joseph and all of his Carter friends, what is fat thin? Oh, Ashley, I read it in a women's magazine. A women's magazine, the only target for women's magazine are other women's. Fat thin is when you're thin, but you're secretly fat because you don't do any exercise. You can also be thin, fat, 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 too thin, too fat, thin in the wrong place, thin in the right place, fat in the wrong place, fat in the right place, but no matter what you do, no matter what you try, you are definitely wrong. And I said, Mother, as if I don't have enough problems in my life trying to walk down the street at night and not get raped, trying to live in a society where 25-year-old women are sticking plastic and poison in their faces, so by the time they get to the 40s and 50s, they have nothing else to do to themselves than to pull out their eyeballs and insert baby eyeballs in instead. We live in a world where we have developed telephones without plugs that can send the picture of a cat from one side of the world to the other side of the world in under a second, and they are still trying to come up with faster phones. Yet still, after 200,000 years of humanity, we have not come up with a better way to have a baby child than to push something the size of a bowling ball out my tiny hole, and now have to worry about being fasting. I said, go shove it up your flute, Mother. I didn't actually tell my mother to go and shove it up her flute. I agreed to go to a Zumba class. Thank you very much for watching.
That was charming. Oh, that was making me smile a lot.
Me too. That was lovely. Jennifer is adorable.
Yeah,
I
lovely.
really like that. I think she killed it. Obviously, that's Latin spice.
Yeah, great.
She didn't try to push it away. She used it, and I really think it's important if you have those qualities, use it. You know. And I'm really glad. I'm really happy that she used her flair because she used her hands. She got into it, and it became charming and witty and relatable because of that.
Yeah.
Jennifer, just a quick note. In the beginning, when you slate your name, slow down. I mean, you already have an accent. By the way, your accent's beautiful, so I'm not querying that, but just slow your name down. Like, for example, I would say, hello, I'm Zora DeHorter. See how I took a break between the first and the last name? And then if you take a break after your last name, and then if you have anything else you want to add after that, just take a break. So that way I can really hear your name clearly. That's a little note about slating. But you killed it with the audition. And even when you dropped out and said, thank you, everybody, it was a nice, you dropped out beautifully, and then you took a moment to be yourself again. So that was a really nice presentation. So well done, good job.
Yeah, good job. All right, let's bring up Selena Rejmi. I hope I pronounced that right, Selena Rejmi.
James, William, stop it. Why do you want to do this, huh? Why? Why are you guys acting like this to each other? You guys are brothers, family. You guys were so close once, and now both of you can't stand to be in the same room. And because of what? Men who you don't even know, who have different ideals, and it may split apart America? You guys don't understand politics. You think you do, but you don't. Politics is filled with liars who are willing to say anything by twisting their words to make people agree with them and vote for them for another term. They will send in men, in this case soldiers, to fight what could become a war instead of just talking it out. If you guys are going to join opposite sides of this conflict, not only are you going to get involved in this, but just think about what will happen or what could happen.
All right, looks like Selena had more to say there. I don't know. Cut out at a certain point.
Okay, first off, this is actually a really good monologue. I really like this monologue for you. I like that it's a passionate and it's obviously very timely. So it's a really good monologue. Do yourself the favor, memorize this. Really get to memorize this, let it be really part of you, because I felt that even when you were reading it, you were getting into it. I could feel your energy and your passion for this topic. So well done, you chose something that you're obviously passionate about. Now memorize it, and let's see what else comes up for you when you memorize it. So please do that, and I'd love to see it again when it's memorized. I think you could really do some lovely stuff with it. So obviously when it's memorized, be really careful about your camera and where you're looking, because obviously you were looking up here, and I need to see you looking pretty much right off to the side of the camera, like here. So that way we can see you everything, as opposed to seeing kind of up your nose, which is a cute nose.
I just wish,
Yeah.
I wish the camera was either level or slightly above rather
so
than
just be
below.
really aware. This is not, guys, this is the good thing about doing taping it yourself. It's self-tape. So what does that mean? You can pick it up after you've taped it, watch it. If it doesn't look right, do it again. So please do that, okay? Because in that situation, I get frustrated, to be honest with you, as a casting director, because I'm thinking, come on, if you watched it, you would have seen that the light, you know, you were looking up at the wrong place and you could have fixed it in the next take. So please, if you're going to present something to the world, just make sure you check it first, just like you would with a text or with an email. You reread it. Do the same thing when you do your videos. Watch it. Make sure that the angle's right, the sound is good, the lighting is good, all the elements are right. Be really proud of it before you send it off. But I love that monologue, so please work on it, and let's see it again.
Oh, great. Good advice. All right, let's look at Altara Michelle. I hope I said that right as well. Altara Michelle.
The truth is, I woke up this morning and I realized that I deserve more. I deserve more than what you have to give. We've dated on and off for, I don't know, 6 years. Friends with benefits, whatever you want to call it. But I'm at an age now where it actually matters. It actually matters who I come home to. It actually matters who I go to bed with. It actually matters who I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. And I don't see us going in that direction. I don't see us having kids together. I don't see us getting married. I don't see us going anywhere else but where we are right now. After 6 years, you'd think that you would have stepped up, but you haven't. You haven't stepped up. And this is ridiculous. It's a waste of time. I woke up this morning realizing I need more. I want more. I deserve more. I don't think you can give me more.
All right.
Oh, I like that.
I like that one. She was good.
That. In fact, to the point where I want to know what happens next, which is a good thing. That's what you want. Yeah. Altara, really great job. First of all, everybody else, if you've had a chance to watch hers, do you see how the background is simple?
Brilliant.
The frame is fantastic. Her clothes are fantastic. Everything, she just did a good job of presentation. It was very professional. So thank you, really good. You obviously understand the basic concept of the basics of self-taping. So well done. And I loved how your monologue built. You started off, just cool and relaxed, and then you built, and the pacing built. So well done for understanding that you have to go through a journey like that, and it builds like an opera. You start off, whoa, whoa, and that did that. So well done.
Yeah, I wrote down professional, and it's funny you use that word. It looked good. I thought she was very good. All right, this is the last one. So in comedy, we'd say our headliner is coming up now. It's Marguerite Beebe. Marguerite Beebe.
But you see, Paul, it's all okay. Last night, it came so clear. I realized you just need a little more time. Eventually, you'll come to accept the idea of being here. Paul, do you know about the early days of the Kimberley diamond mine? Do you know what they did to native workers who stole diamonds? Oh, don't worry. They didn't kill them. No, that would be like junking a Mercedes just because of a broken spring. No, if they got caught, they had to make sure they could go on working. But at the same time, they had to make sure they could never run away. The operation was called hobbling.
I recognize that. I recognize that.
And that's always, I have to say, it's always a risk. It's always a risk doing a monologue from a show or a film or character that is so memorable that no one will ever forget that misery. I mean, that character, it's just memorable. It's just, anyway, you did a great job. Well done.
I thought you did a good job,
Like I said, it's been done, and you were natural, you were believable, you were authentic. You didn't push it. You didn't try to make her like, there may have been moments you could have done that, but you didn't do it the whole time. So that's what was so good about it. It makes her almost approachable. So when it's sinister at the end, it's like, she seems so nice. So well done for not giving it away. I liked it. Good job.
Yeah.
Just be careful when you're doing your framing. First of all, horizontal. The reason for the horizontal is because that way you're not having so much. Your headroom was, was this much. It's a lot. So, which is, I'd rather see more of you than of the white wall. But again, very good understanding of a simple background, and keeping everything simple. You dress like the character would dress. You have the whole demeanor. So well done. It was well executed.
All right. Well, look, that's it. That's all the self-text. Great advice, I thought, there, Zora. I thought there's some really good self-text and really good advice from Zora. I'm really thrilled.
And guys, keep practicing. Obviously, we're in a time right now where we're still, no matter where you are in the world, I think we're pretty much homebound, a lot of us. So don't think of it as like, oh God, I'm bored in the house. Look at it as an opportunity to now have fun doing monologues, self-taping like that. It's so much fun to practice. Keep practicing your craft so that when you do these challenges like these, it's top, it's just looking, everything, the lighting, the background, the dress, everything is just professional, on point, and you're competitive now. So just keep practicing. It's fun. It's what you should be doing. So yeah, have fun doing that.
Brilliant. Well, thanks so much again for doing this, Zora, and giving your advice. Look us up at toa.edu, and we'll do something like this again. I thought that was fun. Really good one. Really good one.
Brilliant. My best part of casting is watching actors perform and do their stuff. That's why I got into casting. So keep bringing it on, guys. I love it. And keep good work. Good work, guys.
All right. Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.